Hello everyone. In Connecticut, this is Connecticut, North Carolina, and in the previous video of another IP ban, I showed you on why did you get IP ban on Scratch and what caused you to get the IP ban on Scratch. Well, the question is delivered. Now let's hop right into the answer. Well, let me introduce you this IP ban. So before I say this, I just want to say that having bad behavior on Scratch is against Scratch's community guidelines. In fact, the message for this IP ban, it leads us to this message. Sorry, we've had to block all access from your network because it was used to break our community guidelines. The people in charge of the network may contact us at appeals@scratch.mit.edu, case 5513964141, or any number really, for details. But let me just show you. So I try to refresh the server. I click on refresh. I'm clicking on refresh. I continually click on refresh, and nothing happens. Well, yeah. Well, in fact, even if you have another network or a different network you're using, you will not be able to leave the IP ban. Some other scratchers is unable to leave the IP ban when they have different networks. So so every time you so the thing, when you want to join Scratch, all you had to do is join on Scratch, and you got the IP ban, and you wouldn't be able to leave the IP ban, because when you try to refresh, the IP ban will remain. The IP ban will remain on your. The IP ban will remain on your. The IP ban will remain here. So when it does that, it's strange. Cause when you try to refresh, it'll stay here, and you might get stuck. And of course, I talked to Salad about why I can't create a Scratch account, and I give Salad the proof about why I cannot create any more Scratch accounts while I'm still IP banned. And yeah, that's literally why. And of course, if you click on the community guidelines, you might notice it has Scratch's community guidelines. And yeah, because basically this happens when you try to join Scratch, and you cannot leave the IP ban because it'll remain here. Because of course you would not be able to leave the IP ban. And of course, if you do this, the Scratch might have banned your IP ban. So because when you try to reload, it just stays here. Just staying here just counts like anything. But when you're still in the IP ban, you can't do that. Now you're inevitable. The next question, how do I do this? How do I get out of this IP ban? Well, let me just show you. So you might not expect this to worry. So if you like if you try to like use the tab, and then you need to do like save the tab, or I don't know, click, you just like save the file as like your network has been banned from scratch, and then save it, and then you have to go to the text. Now you'll notice, so if you like click on open, it'll and if you right here just click on this HTML document, of course it'll give you this strange thing here. Yeah, cause when I notice here, I mean, cause when I click on here, you might notice. Well, in fact, the thing, the code here is kind of really long. Of course, it just mixes up with a lot of them. Because yeah, it just scrolls down. But if I keep scrolling down, you might see something. And of course, if I go here, but when I go here, you might notice there's something a little wrong with it. In fact, the code here of this here is just a whole bunch of Unicode character stuff. Well, in fact, if you look closer, you might see something, but not really. It's just something weird. But if I go down here, you'll see that there's even more stuff going on. Yeah. If I go down, you'll see that there's even more stuff going on. Yeah, in fact, if he keeps going down, there's more stuff going on here. And yeah, that's basically strange. So yeah, it's strange. Like it just goes down like all the way to 4,715. That is strange. I don't know how is this gonna happen, cause yeah. So if you go on like here, you might see like the title, your network has been banned from scratch. You ran it from your network has not been banned from scratch. Of course, it just doesn't matter. I mean, of course, it gives you like the profiles ban appeal, and you just have to name it to unban appeal, then just change it like unban appeal. It's just strange. And of course, it might give you like some weird. So and there's another thing like you can do. So if you just like, if you scroll down, or maybe like the profile ban appeal and unban here. Yeah, try to like say something weird. Like, you say, we are currently deleting the IP ban. So please wait for a moment, or you can contact us at for some details. And yeah, that's basically what is going on. Yeah. And if you click on save, it'll just save any of this. And when you go back to the IP ban, it just does. Well, if you want to know why, I don't mind. But however, so if you like do file load from, you can go to downloads, and you'll see like your network has been, oh, not that. Oh, this here. We are, and yeah, this gives you a message like, we are currently deleting the IP ban. Please wait for a moment, or you can contact us at, yeah, well, it doesn't work actually, but it doesn't actually matter though, but probably. And if you click on refresh, it just says that, but no, I mean, that's the difference between all of this. It's bad. I just, well, yeah. Normally it doesn't work at all. It just stays here. So the only way to leave the IP ban is to use VPN, or you can use the Zen, or you can use the ZenMate and add-on, because yeah. But however, you might need something for it. You can either I don't know. Yeah, because the only way to, yeah, you'll notice the only way to leave the IP ban, yeah, the only way to leave the IP ban is to use your VPN, or you can use ZenMate. And of course, in my test, when I go to Scratch and go on my profile, nothing. But it's kind of strange. If I just like duplicate, it's not happening. It's not really happening at all. And of course, if you try to sign in, it doesn't actually happen at all. But yeah, because it'll still give you this IP ban message that you cannot like do something wrong. No, but if you like search something like your network or band, it's not happening at all. So if you go on Scratch, am I still in here? And no, just kidding. It just happens like when you go on here, but if you try to go back, you get this IP ban, and you'll notice that the only way to leave, and you'll notice that the only way to leave the IP ban is to use VPN, or you can use ZenMate, so that way people can see you. And yeah, and yes, when you're using, and yes, you are allowed to use VPN to, and yes, you are allowed to, like IP ban thing, or like you are allowed to use VPN to bypass VPNs. Like you are allowed to use VPNs to bypass IP bans. I really don't care if this is gonna happen. Well, yeah. So thank you. Well, yeah. So, oh, and by the way, the IP ban might stay here forever until you get VPN or ZenMate if you can use or when you contact the Scratch team at this email and the case number shown here on the lower text. Okay, well, thank you all for watching, and don't forget, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Later. Mwah!